Hello, I'm Crystal and I've returned from 6 Lansdowne Court from Durrell Gardens, and it is 7:15 in the evening, and we have a white van with the lights parked in the Lansdowne Court car park. The taxi drove me from Durrell Gardens to Lansdowne Court, and he was a Chinese young man. As we were approaching the flats, my ex, along with one of his friends, had his back turned to the taxi as the taxi was turning into Lansdowne Court. As the taxi was driving down Luton Road, a car parked on the pavement, which was causing an obstruction and was dangerous. I'm now going to sit down. What happened was my mother Jennifer called me up about 12:15, and said, would I like to come up today, because Dad is having his warfarin blood test tomorrow at his home, and a lady will come out to take his blood. I have got to wait outside the doctor's one day this week at 7:30 to get my medication for my pain relief, and I've got to stand outside for half an hour to get to see somebody. I've taken my antibiotic. I've had 4 or 5 painkillers today. My pain has not ceased. I can tell you now, especially since I've had dental surgery, I've had pain 24 hours a day, because dental surgery makes trigeminal neuralgia worse. So it's been unrelentless. I haven't slept for three days and 3 nights, because antibiotics make you feel awful and sick and nauseous, and they interact with pain medication. I had a cheese omelette around my parents with some beans, and that was after the meatballs. I'm very grateful for that. I had a piece of Manor House cake. There was also lemon drizzle cake on offer. I was told that the ice cream man had been up at Durrell Gardens for a few days this week. He didn't turn up while I was round there. That's my neighbour coughing downstairs. She usually goes in the middle of the night, but she's just coughed. Normal cough. My mum put 3 of these lovely cartons of milk in the bag, which has got a cow on with big ears. Mum has given me some evaporated milk from Tesco. She's also given me, this isn't a full box by the way, this is all to help me out, some Ariel, which smells lovely. It's got a potent smell to it. As you can see, it's not full, but that's helpful. And I've been given a loaf of bread and some zesty and sharp, juicy pink grapefruit juice with juicy bits. We sat and watched the television. Dad wasn't very well. Mum was her usual springy self, and I'd seen a car on sale at Durrell Gardens for £400 and told my dad about it. There was a doll's house in the driveway put out for the rubbish tomorrow, in someone's driveway. Walking up there was hard for me, not feeling well. and young women dress smartly, and when I feel awful, women going through the menopause feel like shit. They feel old, ugly, and miserable a lot of the time, I'm afraid. So um, I'm basically back in my flat by myself, and another thing, me and my dad looked up the flat that MHS Homes had offered me, and it is in Henry Street. And Henry is a short or a version of Harry. So they've offered me a 1-bedroom flat in Henry Street, um, which is not far away from my parents. Um, but it will just be a relief to get out of here, to be honest. Whether I take it or not depends on the noise. It's on a road. They're still working on the road. It's a shared garden, so it's shared, and someone would be above me, so I've got to check it out before I take it, because I don't want to make a mistake, because I don't think they'll give me another chance to move. So they want 2 weeks rent in advance, 48 hours after accepting the property. I've got to find removal costs, and like I said, it's in Henry Street, which is a different version of Harry, and I expect it's very small, because this place is it's for 2 people, so if later on in life I meet somebody, then 2 people can live in there, and that's what I hope for, but not dirty old men looking for no strings attached sex. It's going to be a flat for me, for me, myself and I, and it's not going to turn into a dirty den, shall we say.